How to bring earthworms back to your garden with one simple kitchen ingredient. The soil in your garden is more than dirt, it's a living ecosystem. Every inch teems with microscopic life that drives fertility, decomposes organic matter, and supports plants from seedling to harvest. Yet, when earthworms are missing, the soil is signaling distress. Compacted, dry, or depleted soils fail to attract these essential garden engineers, and without them, your plants struggle to thrive. What if restoring life to your soil didn't require expensive amendments or complicated techniques? What if the solution was sitting in your kitchen right now, waiting to be used? Today on the Homeland Gardening, we're uncovering a remarkably simple, completely natural way to revive dead soil and draw earthworms back into your garden using fermented rice water. Before we dive in, if you love learning practical, historically inspired gardening methods that really work, hit the like button, share this video with a fellow gardener, comment with your experiences, and subscribe to the Homeland Gardening so you don't miss any of our guides. Now, let's get into how you can turn what's usually discarded into a powerful tool for soil revival. Why earthworms matter more than you realize. Earthworms are often called the engineers of the soil, and for good reason. Their movement aerates compacted earth, creating channels that allow air and water to penetrate deeper into the ground. Their castings are packed with nutrients, enhancing soil structure and fertility. They distribute organic matter and microbes, essentially managing the underground ecosystem in ways that no synthetic fertilizer can replicate. Without them, soil becomes lifeless, and even the most carefully planted garden beds can struggle to grow strong, healthy plants. Bringing worms back isn't just about adding creatures, it's about restoring balance to the soil. The microbial community, fungi, and other beneficial organisms are all connected. When worms return, they set off a chain reaction of life underground, turning a stagnant garden bed into a vibrant ecosystem. Fermented rice water. It's really a forgotten garden ally. Rice water, that cloudy liquid left after rinsing or soaking rice, is honestly an overlooked powerhouse for soil health. On its own, it contains starches, micronutrients, and natural sugars that microbes just thrive on. And when it's allowed to ferment, it transforms into a microbe-rich solution that directly attracts earthworms. This is not just theory. Gardens treated with fermented rice water have shown visible increases in worm activity in as little as 3 days. The fermentation process multiplies beneficial bacteria and enzymes, creating a scent trail that worms naturally follow. Unlike synthetic attractants or chemical fertilizers, fermented rice water works gently, feeding the soil's microbial life without harming plants or creating imbalances. Its simplicity is really part of its brilliance. No special kits, no costly additives, just a kitchen staple and a bit of patience. So, how do you prepare fermented rice water? Start with a cup of uncooked rice, white or brown, and rinse it thoroughly in 2 to 3 cups of clean, non-chlorinated water. Save the rinse water and pour it into a loosely covered jar or bottle. Let it sit at room temperature for 48 to 72 hours, away from direct sunlight. You'll know it's ready when it develops a slightly sour, yeasty aroma, signaling that beneficial microbes have multiplied. Once fermented, it's important to dilute the rice water before applying it to your garden. Mix 1 part fermented liquid with 4 parts water. Pour it gently around the base of plants or directly onto bare soil in raised beds. Focus on areas where the soil is compacted, depleted, or has seen little worm activity. Within a few days, the smell of microbial activity will draw earthworms into the treated areas. The effects of fermented rice water go beyond worm attraction. As the microbes from the liquid enter the soil, they stimulate fungal growth, accelerate the decomposition of organic matter, and soften compacted soil. Worms follow this microbial bloom, creating tunnels that improve aeration, breaking down organic material, and leaving nutrient-rich castings behind. Over time, these castings improve soil texture, water retention, and fertility, producing a noticeable improvement in plant health and growth. No-dig gardens benefit particularly well from this method. The undisturbed soil allows microbial populations to expand naturally, creating a thriving habitat for worms. Layering rice water application with mulches, compost, or partially decomposed organic material multiplies the effects, feeding the entire soil food web and enhancing long-term soil resilience. Urban and container gardening applications. Fermented rice water isn't just for large backyard gardens. It's actually ideal for urban gardeners working with compacted soil, container beds, or rooftop plots. Worms can be introduced manually, or they might just migrate from surrounding soil if your pots are bottomless or placed on open ground. The solution is gentle, non-toxic, and doesn't attract pests or create strong odors, which makes it practical even for smaller enclosed spaces. It's also perfectly compatible with worm bins, vermicomposting systems, and traditional compost piles, where it really accelerates decomposition and feeds worm populations naturally. Consistency over complexity. The beauty of fermented rice water lies in its simplicity and accessibility. It doesn't require advanced knowledge, expensive equipment, or exotic ingredients. The results, revived soil, returning worms, and healthier plants, demonstrate the power of small, consistent actions in gardening. The soil becomes a living system again, responding in ways that synthetic treatments rarely replicate. Reintroducing life into your garden doesn't have to be complicated. A cup of rice, some water, and just a couple of days of patience can transform lifeless soil into a thriving ecosystem. Each application reinforces the microbial network, attracts beneficial worms, and improves soil structure naturally. It's a reminder that sometimes the most effective tools are already in our homes, just waiting to be used creatively. Bringing worms back into the garden isn't just about aesthetics. It's about rebuilding the foundation for healthy, productive, and resilient plants. Fermented rice water is honestly one of the simplest, most powerful ways to do that, providing long-term benefits that extend far beyond the first few days of observation. If you found this guide valuable, don't forget to like, share, and comment your results below. Subscribe to the Homeland Gardening for more practical, historically inspired gardening techniques that work, and keep discovering how small interventions can create big changes in your soil. Every worm, every microbe, and every pore counts in restoring life from the ground up.